And with your eyes closed, exhale your breath all the way out. Take a slow breath in through your nostrils. Open mouth, exhale. Slow breath in through your nose. Open mouth, exhale. In through your nose. Out through your mouth. Stretch your arms over your head. Please reach up to your fingertips. Try to touch the ceiling. Bring your hands to your heart. Side out, exhale. With your eyes closed, palms together, take a few breaths on your own, breathing in and out through just your nostrils, please. In through your nose and out through your nose. You make your breath a little bit deeper, getting a chance to feel deep breath in your own body on your own. You start to create more sound as you breathe, filling up the space around you with the sound of the breath, like the distant sound of the ocean, like a loud whisper. This Ujjayi breath is what we'll use throughout our entire practice. So get as comfortable and familiar with it as you can now without any other distraction. Setting the intention for our practice today. What inspires you to practice? What motivates you and moves you to not just come here, but stay here and then come back to return to the practice? So right now in my own personal practice, I'm sort of doing this 30-day online challenge that I came across. And it's been really fun. It's been challenging me and pushing me to do different things and try different poses. And my partner sort of asked me, why am I doing this challenge? He's like, are you trying to like inspire your students or get ideas? And I was like, actually, it'd be great if I could inspire them, but I'm looking to inspire myself just as a way to continue to push myself to grow or to challenge myself to learn. And I realized that's a big part of what inspires me in my practice, that desire to expand my awareness of myself, consciousness, whether through physical actions or through meditation. So I ask you in this practice today, there's no right or wrong answer, and I can't even offer you something because it's so personal, but for you, what inspires you to practice? Not just that, what inspires you to continue your practice beyond the mat, to continue to be inspired by yoga in your day-to-day lives. So as you move and breathe in your practice today, just asking yourself what inspires you to stay present, to come back, to continue to practice. Exhale your breath all the way out, please. Inhale for Om. Om. Please blink your eyes open. Let's come on to our hands and knees. Thank you so much for being here, everyone. Spread your fingers nice and wide on the mat. Place the hands down just under the shoulders. Now, as we move through these little wrist stretches, make sure that you're not leaning away from your hands. Try to keep your shoulders over your wrists as much as possible. If that means walking your knees in a little bit closer, go ahead and do that. I'm going to bring my knees in pretty close, as you can see. So from here, keeping the knuckles down, lift your palms up, but keep the knuckles down, and then lower the palms back down. We'll do that a few times. Palms lift and lower, lift and lower, going 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Now look for me for a second. Make sure you're not down here. Right? Press through the hands. Let's come up now to the fingertips. Push the ground away, and then lift up to your fingertips. Lift yourself up out of your shoulders as best you can. Then lower the palms back down. For this one, it's going to be really tempting to lean back. So walk your knees in a little bit closer. Lean forward. See how my shoulders are just a little bit past my wrists even. Come up to your fingertips. It's going to make your hands a lot stronger. Lower the hands back down. So Allison, I would bring my knees in even closer. Lift up to your fingertips and then lower the palms back down. Fingertips, palms, going 5, 4, press to the fingertips. 3, keep your head up. Press, lift up out of the shoulders. 2, that's it. And then 1, stay on your fingertips, please. Press to your fingertips, round through your spine, cat pose. Fill up your upper back, really puff it up. Chin to your chest, swoop your tailbone under. Press to the fingertips, inhale, cow pose. Spin your thighs back and lift your chest up. Look up at the ceiling if you can. We'll keep it going. Exhale and cat pose, chin to your chest, round your back, tuck your tailbone. Inhale, cow pose. Spin your thighs back, lift your chest up. Exhale, cat pose, chin to your chest, tuck your tailbone. Inhale, cow pose. Spin your thighs back and lift your heart. Turn your palms face up, point your fingers in towards each other, pressing down to the backs of your hands, rock it out side to side. Palms facing up. Wiggle your fingers and roll out your thumbs a few times. Wiggle the fingers, roll out your thumbs, and rock it out side to side. You can even curl your hand into a little fist or as close to it as you can, curling your fingers into your thumbs for even a deeper stretch for the hand. Rock it out. 3, 2, and 1. Turn your palms face down. Fingers point back towards your thighs. Okay, palms down, fingers point back. Lean forward, cat pose your spine again. Press the ground away. Fill up your upper back. Scoop the tailbone, lean forward. Inhale, cow pose. Spin your thighs back. Move your hips towards your heels. Lift your chest up. Exhale, cat pose. Come forward, round your spine, lean into it. Inhale, cow pose. Move your hips back, lift your heart. Exhale, one more time. Cat pose, chin to your chest, tuck your tailbone, lean into it. Inhale, cow pose. Move your hips back, lift your heart. Go ahead and sit all the way back now onto the tops of your feet. Tops of the ankles are pressing down. Walk your hands back a little bit. From here, you're going to work on lifting your knees up. So a couple of options. You can go one knee at a time if this is unfamiliar or a little bit uncomfortable. Right? If that feels okay, lean back even more, maybe both knees come up. You can use no hands, or you can come all the way up to your toes. Just kind of finding the best option for you. No right or wrong way to do it, but your toes are untucked here. So MJ, instead of being on your toes, you're gonna untuck your toes around the top of your feet. Yeah, slightly uncomfortable. Lower your knees and shins back down. Walk your hands forward, come onto your hands and knees. Reach your left arm out to the left, please. Stretch out through your fingertips. Thread your left arm underneath you. Land gently onto the back of your left shoulder. Let your head come down to the ground. Walk your right fingertips forward to the top of the mat. Take a minute to energize your legs. You're going to squeeze the tops of your thighs, fronts of your thighs towards each other. Spiral the inner thighs back. Broaden your hips. Move your hips a little bit over to your left. Reach to your left fingertips and roll your right shoulder back. twisting, looking up. And we'll slowly unwind. Bring your right hand back down in front of your face. Push through your right hand. Sweep your left arm all the way up to the sky, please. Step your left foot back, coming into a supported side plank pose. Right hand presses down, left arm reaches up and overhead. Press to your left foot, reach to your left fingertips. Lean back and open up the side body. Big breath in. Please step your left foot all the way forward to the top of the mat. Place your left hand down inside of your left ankle. Both hands inside your left thigh. Both arms inside the left thigh. Yeah. Rock forward and lunge. Try scissoring your thighs together, making your legs just a little more active. Feels like you're dragging the front of the mat back and pulling your back knee forward without actually moving them. Then press out from your hips to your legs. Pull your heart forward. Lunge. Keep the action in the legs as you straighten your left leg, flex your toes. You're still drawing in, thighs to hips, still pressing out, hips towards feet. Inhale, try to keep the hands on the inside of the thigh. It's going to help out a lot as we get deeper into our peak pose today. Inhale, rock forward and lunge. Both hands inside of the left ankle. Great, keep the hands, even if you can, without even moving them. Straighten your left leg, flex your toes. Move your hips back, flex your thigh muscle, push your hips back, press the ball of the left foot. Rock forward, lunge. Inhale, stretch through your legs, lift through your chest. Exhale, straighten your left leg. One more time. Press your hips back, drop your gaze, look back at your right leg. As you rock forward and lunge, this time tuck your back toes, pick up your back knee. You're going to sweep your left arm up to the sky, making your back leg really strong. Left elbow taps the ground. Inhale, open the left arm back to the sky. Reach up, lean back a little bit. It's a big twisting action, but you're also getting deep into your hips, so get low. Left elbow taps the ground, get low. Pulling your elbow even back towards your right foot, really getting yourself nice and low here. Inhale, open your left arm back up to the sky. We'll do that 3 times. Legs are active. Exhale, tap the ground. Inhale, open it up. Exhale, tap the ground, get low. Inhale, open it up. Last time, exhale, tap the ground, get low. Inhale, open it up. Press to your right hand. Step your left foot to your right foot, side plank pose. This time with the right knee lifted. Keep spinning the right bicep forward. Breathe, press to your hands. Reach to your fingertips, please. Listen carefully, bring your left knee into your chest. Place your left hand down on the ground. You're gonna take your left foot out to the right side. Left foot goes over to the right. You can stay right here with both hands down or open your right arm up to the sky and stretch through your legs. Press out through your feet. One more breath. Place your right hand down. Listen carefully, a little bit tricky. Keep your legs just as they are. Lower your hips all the way down to the ground. Keep your legs just how they are. Walk your left hand forward. We're going to take another twist. Thread your right arm under your left arm. Right arm reaches out to the left. Land on your right shoulder. Look over towards your left for 3, 2, and 1. Come back up onto your hands. Tuck your back toes. Press up to plank pose. I know it's weird. And just hover your left leg up as it reaches back. Left leg hovers. Left leg hovers here. Option to stay where you are. A little bit of core work or reach your right hand forward. We'll hold and lift for 3. If you want to bring your right knee down for support, you can. 2, lift everything up. 1, both hands down, lower, chaturanga. Nice job, friends. Cobra pose, inhale. Downward facing dog, exhale. Okay, nice work. Lower your knees down to the ground. Let's just do this one more time. Reach your right arm out to the right. Stretch out to your right fingertips, please. Thread your right arm underneath you and come to land all the way down onto the back of your right shoulder. Lower your head down, knock your left hand forward. Reach to your right fingertips, press to your left fingertips. And you take the tops of your thighs, squeeze them in towards the midline. Inner thighs spin back. Broaden your hips. Take your hips a little bit over to the right and twist. Look up underneath your left armpit. Please bring your left hand back down in front of your face. Press down through your left hand, unwind, supported side plank. Take your right arm up to the sky, please. Circle your right arm forward, lean back, look up, big breath in. Step your right foot all the way to the top of the mat. Place your right hand down inside the right ankle. Scissor your thighs together from your hips. Press out through your feet and lunge. Pull your heart forward. See if you can keep your hands in the same place. Straighten your right leg. Flex your toes. Right hip pulls back. Scissor thighs. Press through feet. Rock forward and lunge. Same action. Scissor thighs to hips. Press down into your feet. Stretch out through your chest. Exhale, straighten your legs, Ardha Hanumanasana, half splits. Scissor thighs together, press out through your feet, fold in. One more time. Inhale, lunge. Scissor thighs together, press through your feet and stretch. Exhale, straight legs. Scissor thighs together, press out through your feet, look back to your left knee, drop your gaze. Inhale, rock forward, circle your right arm up to the sky, lift your back knee up. Twist, look up, lean back. Exhale, drop your right elbow towards the ground, get low. See if you can bring your shoulder, your chest, your whole torso lower than your right thigh. Inhale, open it back up to the sky. Lean back, look up, back leg strong, right elbow taps the ground underneath you. Inhale, right arm opens up. Exhale, right elbow taps the ground. Inhale, open it up. Exhale, tap the ground. Inhale, open it up. Exhale, tap the ground. Side plank to the left side. Reach your right arm up. Step your right foot to your left foot. Hold it. Press to your left hand. Lift your hips. Bring your right knee into your chest. Place your right hand down on the ground. Keep squeezing your knee into your chest. Stretch your right leg over to the left. Pause. You can stay right here if you want, or spin your left heel down and open your left arm up. Press through your hands, stretch through your legs, breathe. Lower your hips down to the ground. Very good. So now you're going to take your right hand, rock it forward a little bit more. Thread your left arm under your right arm and come down onto your left shoulder as best you can. If you need to bend your knees, that's fine. Just hold it and breathe. Slowly come up. Place the hands down. Take it back to plank pose. Keep your right leg lifted as you find your plank. I know, let's get all the awkward stuff out of the way now, right? Then you can lift your left arm up if you want. Maybe you bring your left knee down for support. Try to square off your hips. Lift your right leg up for 3. Lean forward 2. Stretch and 1. Both hands down, lower, chaturanga. Nice job, everybody. Cobra pose, inhale. Downward facing dog. Exhale. Take 3 breaths. In through your nose, out through your nose. Really good job. Inhale, lift your left leg up to the sky. Listen carefully. You're going to lift your left leg up and extend out through the left heel. So really push out through the heel. Make your leg as actively extended as you can. Now step your left just forward of your right foot. Left heel is going to line up with your right big toe. You're not taking a big step forward, a really small step. Let's do that again. Lift your right leg up this time. Lift it up, stretch it back, press to the heel. Please step your right foot now just forward of your left big toe. We'll keep doing that till we get to the top. Left leg lifts up, press to your hands, lift and extend. Left foot steps in front of the right foot. Right leg lifts up as best you can. Right foot steps in front of the left foot. One more time, left leg lifts up. Do your best. Step your left foot between your hands. Right leg lifts up. We're going to step the right foot next to the left foot. Forward fold. Inhale, lift up halfway, lengthen. Exhale, fold in. Push down into your feet. Please rise up to standing. Take your arms to the sky. When you get to the top, grab a hold of your right wrist, pull up, side bend over to your left side. Tone your thighs, gauge your glutes, pull your belly in, press your right hip to the right, stretch. Inhale, come up, please. Grab your left wrist, pull up, take it over to the right side. Tone your thighs, engage the glutes, start your belly in. Left hip to the left as you stretch. Inhale, pick it up. Go ahead and cactus your arms here. Moving your shoulder blades towards each other on your back. Slide your shoulder blades down towards your back pockets. Draw your navel in, lift your heart, open up across the shoulders, then take chair pose. Reach your arms up, bend your knees, move your hips back. Hug your shins in, spin your inner thighs down, broaden your hips, sit through that space. Go ahead and get really low, my friends. Hips low, hips low, hips low. Exhale, forward fold, bring your nose to your knees, please. Lift up halfway, lengthen. Couple of choices here. You can step or hop back. If you choose to hop back, make sure you land with bent elbows. Otherwise, stepping back to plank pose is just fine. When you're ready, step or hop back, chaturanga, moving through our vinyasa. Nice, Ross. Hopping back means good, Allison. Landing with bent elbows. It's really important. Cobra pose, inhale. Downward facing dog. Exhale, press through your hands, lift through your hips. We'll take that walking split one more time, leading with the right leg this time. Please lift your right leg up and stretch it back. Press through your heel. Right foot steps just forward of the left big toe. Left leg lifts up, stretch it up, press it out. Left foot steps just forward of the right foot. Keep it going. Right leg lifts up, lift and extend. Right foot steps forward to the left foot, left leg lifts up, lift and extend. Left foot steps forward to the right foot. One more time, right leg lifts up. Step your right foot between your hands, left leg lifts up. Step your left foot next to your right foot. Inhale, lift up halfway. Exhale, forward fold, nose to knees. Inhale, rise up to standing. Take your arms up. Cactus your arms, exhale. Open your heart, lift into your chest. Little baby back bend. Find a chair pose, please. Arms up, hips back. Tops of the thighs move towards each other. Inner thighs spin down. Backs of the hips get wider, get low, please. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, lift up halfway. Plant your hands, step or hop back, chaturanga. If you're hopping, land with bent elbows. It's hip knee. Cobra pose, inhale. Or upward dog. Downward facing dog, exhale. Breathe. Inhale, lift up to your toes, please. Bend your knees and look forward. We're gonna land with our feet wider than our hands. So let's come forward to a squat position. Hop or step your feet into a squat. Take about 3 breaths here. Squeeze your heels together. Draw your thighs towards your hips. Press down through your feet, stretch out through your knees, lift up into your chest. Exhale, place your hands down, lift your hips up, forward fold. We'll do this a few times. Keep your legs active so the thigh muscles are flexed. You're extending down into the feet, lifting up into your hips. Inhale and squat. Eyes to hips, bend your knees. Exhale, forward fold, lift your hips up. Inhale and squat, bend your knees. Exhale and fold, lift your hips. Inhale and squat, bend your knees. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale and squat. One more time, exhale, forward fold. Hold it here, breathe. Place your hands down between your feet. Step your right foot way back behind you. Right foot steps way back, both hands inside your left ankle. You're gonna lower your right knee down to the ground. Pull your left arm up and back and grab a hold of your right foot, please. Squeeze your heel in towards your bum as best you can. Then roll your right shoulder back, roll your left shoulder back. Scissor your thighs together. From the center of your hips, stretch out through your legs. Lunge. Release your back foot. Take your left hand all the way around. Place it down. Turn to your right side, Skandasana. Right knee bending, left leg extending. Squeeze your heels together. Draw thighs to hips. Press out through your hips. Press out through your leg side. Stretch out through your leg. Breathe in through your nose, out through your nose. The next thing we're going to set up is called a horizon lunge. Fortunately, the way we're set up now, I'm going to be facing backwards, so I might turn around in a second. Just stay in your position, okay? Walk your hands forward to the top of the mat. You're going to take your right hand out past your left foot. So walk your right hand forward towards the top of the mat, past your left foot, okay? Spin your right heel down to the right. Turn your left toes out to the left. Open your left arm up to the sky, sort of like a side plank so far. Now lower your right hip, towards the ground. Reach your left hand back behind you, towards the back of your mat. Lift your hips up, reach your left arm over your head. Let's do that 2 more times. Reach back, lower your hips towards the ground. Reach forward, press to your left foot, lift your hips up. 1 more time, reach back, lower your hips towards the ground. Lift your hips up, reach forward. Place your left hand down inside your left ankle. Step your right foot forward, back to the outside of the right hand. Place the hands down, lean forward, crow pose. Pick up your feet. Squeeze your heels to your bum. For 3, 2, and 1. Take it back, chaturanga. Cobra pose, inhale. Downward facing dog. Exhale. Inhale, lift up to your toes. Bend your knees, look forward, land with your feet wider than your hands. Hop it forward, step it forward. Inhale, breathe in, lift your chest. Exhale, forward fold, lift your hips up. Inhale and squat. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale and squat. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, squat. Exhale, forward fold. Place your hands down between your feet, please. Step your left foot way back behind you. Lower your left knee down to the ground. Take your right arm, circle it up, reach back, grab your left foot, please. Squeeze your heel to your bum. Tone your thighs. Hug the midline, so bring your shins in towards the midline a little bit more. Scissor thighs together towards hips. So make sure for now at least, your right knee is not flaring out to the right. You're gonna hug the shins into the midline. Shins in, thighs to hips, press to your feet to lunge. Keep hugging in for now. Heel the bum, lean back, twist. Release the back foot. Take your right arm all the way big up, circle and around, all the way to your left side, Skandasana. Squeeze your heels together, draw your thighs to your hips. From the center of your hips, press out through your feet, breathe. Stay nice and low. Come forward, back to the top of the mat. Now listen carefully. Take your left hand out towards the top of the mat, beyond your right foot. Turn your right toes out to the right, spin your left heel down. Open your right arm up to the sky. It's sort of like a side plank, but your right foot is still there. Now your right knee can sort of flare out to the right. Lower your hips down, reach back. Lift your hips up, reach forward. You should feel a big stretch to your outer right hip. Lower your hips down, reach back. Lift your hips up, reach forward. Lower your hips, reach back. Lift your hips up, reach forward, place the hands down, step your left foot forward, crow pose. Hands down, come forward, lean into it, pick up the feet for 3. Heels to bum squeeze, 2. Press through your hands around through your spine. 1, take it back, chaturanga. Upward dog or cobra pose. Downward facing dog. Breathe for a moment in through your nose, out through your nose. All right, please lift your left leg up to the sky. Bring your left knee to your left shoulder, please. Step outside of your left hand. And from here, you're going to, this could be a little bit of effort here. You're going to start by getting low, working your forearms down towards the ground. It's okay if they don't come all the way down. Just do your best. Hug your shins in, scissor thighs towards hips. So Ross, I would say to turn your take your left foot forward a little bit more, Ross. And then turn your toes to point forward a little bit more. Yeah, there you go. From here, my friends, as low as you can, we're turning towards the right for our Skandasana again. So you're gonna try to drag your elbows across the ground. Stay nice and low, turning towards your right. Listen, if you have to come up or use your hands, that's fine. But as best you can, just try to keep it low. And I'm gonna take my Skandasana with my forearms down, just to get a little bit more into the hips here. Squeeze your heels together. From the center of your hips, stretch out through your legs, please. Coming back into that horizon lunge, come back to the top of the mat. Stay low, elbows drag forward if you can. Walk your right hand forward, turn to your right, open your left arm up. Your left toes turn out to the left. Just keep moving, lower your right hip towards the ground, reach back behind you. Lift your hips up, reach forward, all the way up and over. Turn your left toes forward again. Place your left hand down, lift your right leg up, standing splits on the left side. Right leg lifts, breathe. We're gonna step the right foot way back behind you. Spin your right heel down, rise up, warrior 1, arms to the sky. Breathe in through your nose, out through your nose. Tone your thighs, firm up your foundation, press through all 4 corners of your feet, please. Scissor thighs together. Spin your inner right thigh back until you feel the pinky toe edge of your right foot really solid. Inner right thigh spins back. Outer edge of the right foot pressing down. Don't lose that. Interlace your hands behind your back. Squeeze into the right glute. Lift the front of your hips, breathe in. Deepen your lunge. Keep the back leg firm as you fold, exhale. Humble warrior. Start to work the crown of your head towards your inner left ankle. Maybe even towards the ground or to the ground. Stretch up to your knuckles. Back leg strong. Release your hands down to the ground. Turn to your right, wide-legged fold. Just turn your big toes in. Grab through your feet, pull yourself down, working the crown of your head even further towards the ground now with straight legs. Left inner thighs spin back. Backs of the thighs lift up towards the ceiling. Press through your feet, fold in. Inhale, lift up to your fingertips, please. Very good. Place your left hand down, open your right arm up to the sky. Go ahead and wrap your right arm behind your back. Hook your fingertips inside your left thigh. Turn your left toes forward. Last pose, your side angle pose. Bring your left hand back to the inside of your left ankle. Right arm wrapped behind your back for a half bind. Tone your thighs. Squeeze your heels together. Draw thighs to hips. Inner right thigh presses back. Back of the right thigh is lifting. Outer left hip is wrapping back and underneath you. Draw your navel in. Scoop your tailbone a little bit. Fill up the back body. If there's a big gap between your low back and your forearm, please close it off. Draw your belly in, take your left hip back more, fill up the space between your right forearm and your low back. Good, Jen, lean back even more, Jen. Right shoulder back, left hip under. Slowly unravel the right hand, circle it all the way down to the ground, please. Step back, downward facing dog. Inhale, rock forward, plank pose. Exhale, lower down, chaturanga. Cobra pose, inhale. Downward facing dog, exhale. Lift your right leg to the sky. Please step your right foot to the outside of your right hand. Lower your forearms to or towards the ground. Get low. You can see we're really getting deep into our hips here. Scissor your thighs together. From the center of your hips, press out through your legs. Breathe. And do the best you can to stay low. If you have to come under your hands, that's fine. Think about keeping your forearms as close to the ground as possible as you turn over to your left side, Skandasana. All right, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna push my hips back, spin the left heel down, and then start to press off the right foot to drag my elbows towards my left side. If possible, elbows down inside the left ankle, but that's okay if you have to be on your hands, or even letting elbows rest on the left thigh. You're kind of finding your own path here. And you can think again about what inspires you to practice when things get tough or challenging, when you're uncomfortable, unfamiliar. What inspires you to stay present, to keep working? An expansion of your awareness, your capabilities, discovery of your strengths. One more breath. All right, coming forward again, back into our horizon lunge. If you can, keep your elbows really low, come forward, take your left hand forward, turn your right toes out to the right, open your right arm up to the sky. Lower your left hip towards the ground, reach your right hand back behind you, get low, coming all the way around, right hand circles back down, turn your right toes forward, lift your left leg up, standing split. Take as many steps as you need to, right foot down, left leg lifted, stretch out through your left leg, fold it in. Take a big step back with your left foot, spin your left heel down, warrior one, rise up, arms to the sky. Feeling strong, breathing deep. Interlace your hands behind your back, opposite class. Inner left thigh presses back, back of the left thigh is lifting. You can feel the pinky toe edge of your left foot solid. Inhale, open up your heart, lean back. Exhale, deepen your lunge, fold in, working the right shoulder down to the inside of the right thigh, working the crown of your head down to or towards the ground. Back leg remains strong. Open up the shoulders, press to your feet. Release the hands down to the ground, turn to your left, wide-legged fold. Big toes turned in, fold in, grab your feet or ankles, drop the crown of your head towards the ground. Spin your inner thighs back. From your hips, press out through your feet and fold it in. Lift up to your fingertips, please. Take your left arm up to the sky. Wrap your left hand behind your back. Hook your left fingers inside of your right thigh or hip crease, as best you can. Side angle pose. Turn your right toes forward. Bring your right hand down inside the right ankle, as best you can. Make sure your right toes, pointing towards the top of the mat all the way. Just into a side angle pose, right hand down, left arm behind the back. Great, press your right arm and your right leg into each other. See if you can get a little more external hip rotation on the right side. What helps is filling up the back body here. Draw your belly in so that your low back and your left forearm are full. Little space is possible between them. So belly in, scoop your tailbone under. Now stretch, press through your feet, extend out through your heart. One more breath, deepen your lunge. Good, Jen. Right shoulder back, left shoulder back. Lean back, that's it. Take your right hip under a little more, everybody. Unwind the bind, circle the hands down, step it back, please. Downward facing dog. Optional vinyasa, take it if you feel like you want it. Rock forward, lower down, cobra pose, downward facing dog. Inhale, lift your left leg to the sky, please. Step your left foot to the outside of your left hand. Lower your forearms down to the ground. Get nice and low. If you stay low, you ain't got to get low. You're already low. Scissor thighs together. Press out through your legs. Stay low. Turn to your right side. Skandasana. So again, I'm going to just kind of push my weight back a little bit. Spin my right heel down. Press off the left foot and start to drag the elbows towards the right foot. Skandasana. Just for a breath, bring your hips as low as you can. Very nice, everyone. Come back to the top of the mat. Elbows dragged forward. Take your right hand out towards the top of the mat. Circle your left arm up, horizon lunge. Turn your left toes to the left. Reach your left hand back. Spin your right heel down. Lower your right hip. Squeeze thighs to hips. And come all the way back around. Standing split. Left hand down. Right leg lifts up. Standing split. Step your right foot way back behind you. Come on up, warrior one. Now that we've done this one time, is there space for a little bit more inspiration? Interlace the hands behind your back. Press to that back foot. Inhale, lift into your chest. Exhale, press to your back foot, lunge. Lean into it. Get low. Work the crown of your head towards the ground as best you can. Back leg strong. Head towards the ground. Release your hands down. This time turning towards your right. We'll come into a squat. Heels or goddess pose. Heels in, toes out, hands to your heart. Hold it and breathe. Get low. Bring your hands to your thighs. Drop your right shoulder towards the ground. And left shoulder towards the ground. Place your left hand on the ground. Open your right arm up to the sky. Wrap your right arm behind your back. Side angle pose facing forward. Turn your right toes in. Bring your left hand to your left ankle. Back to face the front of the mat. Left side, side angle pose. Yeah, so your left toes are pointing forward to the top of the mat. Left hand inside the left ankle. And right arm behind your back. Fill up the back body. Draw your belly in, keep the tailbone under, deepen your lunge, get low, big stretch for your hips, lean back, unwind the bind, right hand down, step back, downward facing dog. Optional vinyasa if you want it, lower chaturanga. Cobra pose, inhale. Good, MJ, come back to that upward dog. MJ. Upper dog. Okay, shoulders back, chest up. Other than throwing your head back, lift your chest up, make your legs active. Yeah, chin down, chest up. Good, good, Allison. Downward facing dog. Here we go. Last round, my friends. And we're working on just doing the best that we can. What inspires you, right? There's no limitations within our practice. So instead of seeing the limitations, see what inspires you, what moves you forward. Right leg lifts up and stretches back. Step your right foot outside of your right hand. Lower your forearms to or towards the ground. Get low. Get low, get low, get low. Here we go. Scissor thighs, press your feet. Stay low as best you can, turning towards your left. Skandasana. Start pushing off your right foot. Drag your elbows towards the left. Stay low as you can. Left knee bending, right leg extended. Nice. Good, Allison. Good, Ross. Really nice job. Breathe. Good, Shanti. Stay low. If you stay low, you ain't got to get low. Come forward to the top of the mat. We'll take the left hand forward. Circle the right arm up to the sky. It's called the horizon lunge. Turn your right toes out to the right. Reach your right hand back. Lower your hips towards the ground. Squeeze your thighs together to pick it back up. Standing splits. Right hand down. Lift your left leg to the sky. Take your time. Move with intention. Breathe. Step your left foot back. Warrior one. Spin your heel down, rise up. Nice long stance. Interlace your hands, opposite grip behind your back. Squeeze your palms, lift your chest, and open your heart. Deep lunge, bend into your front knee, and fold in. Work the crown of your head towards the ground. Open your shoulders. Press through your feet, stretch through your legs. Release the hands, turn to your left, heels in, toes out, goddess squat. Hands to your heart, get low. Hands to your thighs, dip your left shoulder in. Oh, that feels really good. Dip your right shoulder in. Place your right hand down. Open your left arm up to the sky, please. Wrap your left arm behind your back. Push off your left foot. Come forward, side angle pose. Right hand down inside the right ankle. Last time, right toes pointing forward. Right hip wrapping back. Fill up the space between low back and forearm and really recruit the outer external hip rotation on the right side. Belly in, right hip back. Press to your feet deep in your lunge. Lean back, left shoulder back, left rib cage back. Press your right arm and right leg into each other and use that torque to get the right hip under more. One more breath, stretch through your legs, deep in your lunge. Nice. Unwind the bind, hands down, take it back, downward facing dog. Good work, friends. Rock forward, plank pose. Lower down, chaturanga. Cobra pose in here. Downward facing dog. Bring your left shin forward, pigeon pose, left side. Walk your right foot back a little bit. Sit up as tall as you can. Scissor your thighs together, please. And draw thighs to hips. Don't lose that. Spin your inner right thigh kind of upward towards the ceiling and broaden your outer right hip, a little bit right hip to the right. Belly in, take your left hip back and under. Keep that, just like the lunge we did. It's basically just like the warrior one, only it's been smushed to the ground. Belly in, stretch out through your legs, come down to your forearms. Breathe in through your nose, out through your nose, please. Walk your hands in. Sit down onto your left hip. Sweep your right leg all the way around to the front of the mat, please. Now you're going to take your left leg, cross it over your right thigh. Left foot crosses over the right thigh. Then bend your right knee. Place your right foot flat on the ground. Option one, stay here. Press your chest towards your shin. Maybe even rock it out a little bit. Bring your butt closer to your heel for a deeper stretch for your hips. Option two, cradle your left shin in your arms like a baby. Wrapping your right arm around the bottom of your foot, left arm around the outside of your thigh. Stay here or slide your right leg forward. Lift your shin up, hug it in, stay where you are, or last option, rock it onto your back. You can take your right leg up to the sky or keep your heel down or anywhere in between. As long as your head is back and your neck isn't being strained, 2 or 3 more breaths, shin to chin, press through the bottom end of the foot, shin to chest. Keep working the external rotation. Make sure you're not just pulling your knee, moving your whole thigh wide and externally rotated. Everybody, wherever you are, start to make your way down onto your back. Place your right foot flat on the ground. Grab a hold of your left foot with both hands, please. With both hands, pull your left heel up towards your, let's say your nose, or the crown of your head, keeping your left thigh nice and wide. Okay, so left heel is just making its way towards the crown of your head. You can use both hands to pull your heel up. This could be where you stay. Take your left thigh a little bit wide to the left, and again, pull your heel up. Take your left thigh a little wide, rolling to the left. Left heel goes towards the crown of your head. It's a pretty deep stretch here, sort of like a half happy baby in a way. If you want to curl your head up and bring your head to your heel, just give yourself a little prep for taking your leg behind your head. If you feel ready to bring your foot behind your head, take your left hand, reach it through your legs, catch the back of your left Achilles heel, ankle with your left hand. And just loop your left leg over your shoulder, behind your shoulder. You could stay right here. Keep working that left leg back behind your shoulder until the back of your shin is behind your head. And you just hold for 3, wherever you end up. Head to heel, 2, and 1, wherever you are, releasing slowly. Place both feet flat on the ground, please. Lift your hips up, easy bridge pose. Lower your hips down, stretch your arms out, stretch your legs out, big breath in. Knees into your chest, rock forward, cross your ankles, downward facing dog. Let's go on that journey one more time. Right shin coming forward, pigeon pose, right side. So you can see we're going pretty deep into our hips. We've already moved pretty dynamically into our hips through our flow today. Maybe you surprised yourself at how open they are. Normally, we perceive getting hip stretches, hip opening, and long static holds, but I wanted to hopefully take us into hip opening today that was dynamic and fluid movement. So if you felt it, I'm happy. If not, we'll keep working on it together. Scissor your thighs together, lift your inner left thigh, tack your right hip back, come down to your forearms. Stretch out from your hips to your legs. Stretch out from your hips to your heart. Pull forward, breathe deep. Unclench your jaw, unclench your fists. Breathe in through your nose, out through your nose. Keep drawing in, draw thighs to hips. Lift your inner left thigh up to the ceiling, broaden your left hip. Tack your right hip back. So there's action here. It's not just a forced stretch. We're engaged, just like a warrior one. And from there, we expand against that engagement. Tone your thighs, scissor thighs together. Inner left thigh lifts, outer right hip rubs back. Keep that as you stretch. Press out from your hips to your legs. All of those actions happening together to create this pose. One way to look at it is we're not sort of using the stretch as just a consequence of the shape of the body. Like, oops, I'm getting a stretch because my body's in the shape. It's almost as though we are intentionally creating the stretch through engagement, through an expansion of our awareness. That makes sense? Come onto your right hip, everybody. Sweep the left leg around. Bring your right ankle to cross over your left thigh. Place your hands down behind you. Bend your left knee. Place your left foot flat on the ground. So instead of thighs cross, just ankle over thigh, right ankle over left thigh. Ankle to thigh, yeah, there you go. So from here, you can just sort of stay here, scoot your butt closer to your heel. The more compact you are, the deeper the stretch you'll get in your right hip. This is a great place to stay. Don't feel pressured to go further. If you do want to go further, scooch away, cradle your right arm, right leg in your arms. I'm wrapping my right arm around the outside of my thigh, my left arm around the bottom of my foot. Flexing the right toes and pressing into the arm. It's like you're standing on your left arm. So you really want to keep pushing out through your right foot. Sit up tall, stay here. You can start to extend your leg out like a rocking of the baby to sleep. Go to sleep, baby legs. Baby legs, sleepy time, rock it out, rock it out. Stay here or make your way gently, slowly down onto your back. You can lift your left leg up or keep it down or anywhere in between. Remember to press your right foot into your left arm. And make sure you're not hugging your shin in too much without moving your thigh. We don't want to overstretch the knee, pull the shin out of the knee joint. But instead, work your external rotation in your right hip. So keep pressing your right thigh wide, lifting your right shin towards your chest, towards your chin, pressing through your right foot. Right thigh goes wide, shin to chin, shin to chest, pressing through your right foot. A couple more breaths here. Right thigh wide and down, right shin forward and in. Place your left foot flat on the ground. Grab your right foot with both hands, and you could kind of take like a half happy baby here, taking your right thigh wide, but instead of taking your foot up, pull your heel towards your chest, your nose, your chin. So keeping your right thigh wide, bring your right heel towards your nose, your chin. Breathe. You can kind of go up and down a few times. Flex your toes, press through the right foot, working your heel higher and higher up towards the crown of your head. Maybe you lift your head up to your heel. Right thigh wide, right heel towards the midline. If you want to loop your right arm underneath your right leg, you can. Reach your right arm forward. Grab the back of your right ankle and just loop the right leg behind your shoulder. Keep working that leg back and back until maybe your shin goes behind your head. We'll hold for 3, 2, so your chin back if your head's there, and 1. Slowly unwind. Woo, very good, everybody. Stretch your arms out, stretch your legs out. Big full body stretch, please. Exhale, side out, let it go. Place your feet on the ground, lift your hips up, easy bridge pose. Hug your shins in, spin your thighs down, lift your out hips, stretch out the hip flexors, stretch out the abdomen. 3, 2, and 1. Lower your hips down. Windshield wiper your knees from right to left. Let's finish with just some easy twists. Take your knees over to the right. Look over your left shoulder, please. Switch sides, knees to the left. Look over your right shoulder. Come back up through the center. Bring your knees into your chest. Bring your nose to your knees. Take a deep breath in. Shavasana. Back and relax. Nice job, everybody. Take a moment. If there's anything you still want to do, you're welcome to. One way to finish up here is to place your feet on the ground and let your knees come together. Just kind of working the opposite action of inner spiraling instead of outer spiraling. Might help to bring some balance back into the body. If you feel pressure in your hips or low back, I'd suggest bringing your feet down and your knees together. Otherwise, just your traditional Shavasana will feel really good. When you're ready to start to move, wiggle your fingers and your toes. There's no rush, and if you want to stay longer on your back, you can. Roll out your wrists and your ankles, please. Take a big breath in, stretch out your arms and your legs. Sigh it out, let it go. Bring your knees into your chest. One last time, give yourself a squeeze. Rock your way up to seated. Awesome job, everyone. Sitting up tall, bring your hands together at your heart. Remembering our intention today, what inspires you to be here, to stay here, to come back? What inspires your practice? Is it knowledge, strength? Is it expansion of awareness or consciousness? Is it search for bliss? All of those things, none of those things. Answering to yourself now what inspires you, holding it in your heart and your mind, letting it continue to inspire your yoga practice off the mat as well. Thank you so much for bringing your practice here, for sharing it with each other. Let's close with one Om. Exhale. Inhale for Om. Om. The light in me honors the light in you. Thank you for practice. Thank you so much, everyone, and great job today. We worked really hard, got really deep into our hips. If you have questions, comments, requests, feedback, anything all you want to share or talk about, please reach out to me. Stephen Arcos Yoga on Instagram, on Facebook, also my website, stephenarcosyoga.com, or you can email me, stephen@stephenarcosyoga. I have Venmo. You can find me on Venmo at Stephen Arcos Yoga, and if you can give, I greatly appreciate it. And PayPal, same information, stephenarcosyoga.com as my email address. Oh, sorry, stephen@stephenarcosyoga.com. You can find me through my email address. Other than that, thanks again for joining in. Please reach out. Any questions at all, I'd love to hear from you. Have a wonderful rest of your day. I'm just gonna turn off the recording.